Consistency. Today we're going to talk about consistency and why consistency is basically the only thing you need to be successful, nigga. Consistency is the only thing you need to succeed, you feel me? And I'm going to tell y'all my personal experience with consistency, bro. Consistency is the only reason that you know me, you know what I'm saying? If you figured me out before this channel, it's consistency, bro. We've been dropping every day on this channel. Eventually this channel's gonna grow. So you are a first pioneer of this channel, and you're gonna see why consistency is gonna pay off, bro. So let me tell y'all a story about consistency, man. I'm a YouTuber, Avery B on YouTube, man. At a certain point in time, bro, I was posting video every day. Them videos wasn't doing shit, but I was consistent as a motherfucker. There was a lot of people ahead of me, bro. A lot of people ahead of me, bro. But they stopped being consistent, and I just kept being consistent. And I just grew past them, man. Not saying it's a competition between nobody, bro, but consistency is gonna put you in the rooms that...
I was looking around, and I'm like, if I don't do something, I'm gonna end up exactly like everybody out here. And so I didn't want to do that. I was working a 9 to 5, and I quit to become a full-time YouTuber / streamer. Cause I believed in myself, and nigga, I never stopped, I never looked back. Once I quit, I literally worked every single fucking day for a year and a half straight. And even when I missed a day, after that a year and a half straight, I felt like I fucking let myself down, nigga. I goddamn went to the army. As soon as I got on the bus, I knew I made a big mistake, but I had to stick with it for 4 years. I spent 4 years of my life, you know what I'm saying, doing it. And that's why on my last year, when I found out about YouTube, I would wake up at 4 in the morning, go to work, get off at 5 in the afternoon. At 6 in the afternoon, I would stream from 6 to like 1, 2 in the morning, depending on the day. And then I would wake up again at 4:30 and do it all over again. I was grinding, I was streaming, I was doing 2K17 with me and Davo. We going on 60, 70 game win streaks every weekend. Man, God is my witness. When I quit my 9 to 5 job, I only worked there for 28 days. I knew it wasn't for me. I quit my 9 to 5, and from the moment I stepped foot when I walked out, I went a year and a half straight of working towards where I am now. And then when I missed a day, that shit felt...
Fucking talent is not, man. Hard work be talent, and y'all know that. But my personal experience with consistency, bro, I seen a lot of niggas, bro. I seen a lot of niggas with so much motherfucking talent, but lack that consistency gene, bro. That's why when anybody come up to me, hey, B, how you make it, bro? How you make it? What's your number one tip? What's your number one piece of advice? And I say consistency, and they look at me crazy like, give me some real shit, bro. That's the realest shit I can say, bro. You gotta stay consistent, bro. You know what I mean? You gotta do everything in your motherfucking power to stay consistent, to be as consistent as possible. You feel me? You gotta ignore them distractions. I made a video about staying on the elevator and ignoring them distractions, bro. That's the same shit. Like, bro, the longer you can stay consistent, bro, the harder it is for you to get fucked up by whatever going on, bro. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be places, and it's gonna be times, and it's gonna be things that's gonna try to throw you off that consistency. You just gotta keep going. You just gotta keep trucking, bro. As long as you can keep trucking, bro, as long as you can stay consistent, bro, the harder it's gonna be to fuck you up. You know what I mean? And fucking you up can mean anything. Fucking you up can mean anything, man. You just gotta stay consistent, bro. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be times where you don't wanna do it. You're gonna be tired. You're gonna be sleepy, bro. What time is it right now, bro? It's 2 o'clock in the morning, bro. I gotta stay consistent, though. I gotta make it.
What y'all got going on, man? To all the people that don't know me, man, my name is Casper. I'm a social media content creator or influencer, man. This is my free game channel. I'm gonna be on here teaching y'all about life and teach y'all a lot about things that I wish people would have taught me when I was younger, or even things that I wish people would have told me right now. And as I learn, I'm gonna teach y'all everything I learned, because I feel like it's a lot of information that people not putting on the internet. And the whole point of me calling this my free game channel is because I want to give y'all all the game and all the tools y'all gonna need in order to be successful in life, because I feel like it's a lot of people that hold information that could change people's lives. Like, money's not getting printed every day, and like it's not enough money out here for everybody, bro. So my biggest thing with this channel is going to be like building a different type of platform for myself, but also creating a platform where I could help and uplift other people and put people in a position where they could do the same things that I'm doing, bro. Because I remember it was a time where I would wake up every day and I wanted to be who I am right now, or I wanted to do the shit that I was doing right now, and I didn't know how to get to where I'm at, bro. It's sad to say a lot of content creators is making content and showing y'all the lifestyle that they live, but they not showing y'all how they got to where they at, bro. The title of this video is titled Don't Give Up. And the reason why I'm telling y'all, if y'all watching this right now, to don't give up is because I'm a person that used to give up a lot of times, bro. Who would have known that when I very first started, bro, I was putting in a lot of work and I gave up 1,000 times, not knowing that if I would have kept going, I would have got to the position where I'm at a lot quicker. So to the people that don't know how old I am, I'm 23, bro. I got into content creation probably around like the end of me being 21, and I started goddamn getting a little bit of traction at the time that I was 22. But it's crazy to say that I could have been doing the same thing that I was doing now and living my dream lifestyle and living my dream at a younger age if I would have just realized it's no limits to what you can do and it's no age cap. You don't need to put a certain age on when you could do this shit or when you could have this shit. If you could envision that shit for yourself, if you could see it for yourself, it's possible, bro. Go chase it. So back to the don't give up portion. Man, I would give up 1,000 times not knowing that that next step I might take might be the step to change my life, bro. And I think that's what a lot of y'all are not realizing. Like, I was going to work every day, stacking my bread up, and I remember when I had very first quit my job and I started wanting to be a content creator and get into content creation. I didn't know how I was gonna do it. I didn't know how I was gonna make money, but it was so many people doing this shit and it was a lifestyle I seen for myself, and I took a leap of faith and jumped out there. And I feel like any person that sees something for themselves, if you want that shit, take that leap of faith and jump out there too, because you don't know what's gonna happen until you get out there. I could remember when, I'm gonna just give y'all a couple stories, right? I started off and I very first got into content creation. I probably had like saved up probably like a decent amount of money for my job, put it like that, bro. Enough amount of money for me to try to like do content. And I remember I had went and bought this apartment, bro. I was living in an apartment. I wasn't making no.
I felt fucking sick. Like, damn, nigga, you ain't doing enough, nigga. How the fuck you managed to miss today when you know what the fuck you working towards? I'm going to work, I'm getting off, I'm working on myself. Going to work, getting off, working on myself. I'm grinding 2K, and now, you know what I'm saying, 2K17, 2K18, 2K19, 2K20. Hey, I went hard, and now I'm in a position. Look where I'm at. Look what we at. Look what we doing. Look at my life right now. Look at my fucking life right now, nigga. Fuck is niggas talking about, huh? Brother, you don't fucking matter to nobody when you nobody. When you nobody, you don't matter to nobody, bro. You know what I'm saying? When you broke, nobody give a fuck. When you need help, don't nobody give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as you start going ballistics, nigga, as soon as you start doing your motherfucking thing, nigga, as soon as you start putting in work, that's when niggas wanna start talking shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, nigga, before I start doing YouTube, nigga, you never worried about me, nigga. You never worried about me, nigga. You ain't check up on me, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You ain't ask, nigga. You ain't ask me, was I good, nigga? But now, nigga, now I post, you know what I'm saying? I post a picture of me of living in a motherfucking mansion, nigga. I post a picture living in a motherfucking.
Fam, you need to be going ghost. You need to disappear. You need to work hard. You need to come back, and then you need to shock everybody. And the reason why I'm saying this is because we got to put the attention on ourselves, because we the only ones that can change our life. This is why I speak about this topic so much, is because we are the only ones that can truly change our lives. I give credit to God. I give credit to our loved ones. I give credit to those that pray for us, that want to see us do well. I give credit to those that may give us opportunities. I give credit to those that push us to be great, right? But at the end of the day, we're the ones that have to put the work in. Even God knows that. That's why he said faith without works is dead, because I still need you to do your part. I'm going to do my part, right? But God needs you to do your part. And at the end of the day, man, are we doing our part? We got to be honest about that. A lot of the times I don't think so. I think it's very easy to get distracted. I think it's very easy to party every weekend. I think it's very easy to not do the things that you need to do because there's comfort in that, because we're used to that. But at the end of the day, the truth is we are the ones that have to get up and figure out what we want to do with our lives. And it's not about draining ourselves into exhaustion. It's not about working hard until exhaustion. It's not always about that, bro. Sometimes there will be seasons for that. But the truth is, it's just about figuring out what you want to do and creating a game plan to go out here and get it done. That's really what it's about. Instead of keeping your ideas in your mind, it's time for you to bring your ideas out into the reality that we're living in and create actionable steps. I believe the thing that separates me versus a whole bunch of different people is because one thing about me is I'm going to execute. I don't really talk about it. I am about it. I am actionable, and I'm going to actually make it happen because that's the type of man that I am. If I sit here and just think about it and think about it and think about it and think about it, like most people, it may never actually get done. And I don't want to live a life like that. I want to live a life where I can show my results. I want to live a life that shows that I am enjoying the journey, that I'm in the process, and that I'm doing the things that I actually need to do to get the results that I want in my life. And a whole bunch of stuff was just said just now, and I hope that y'all taking notes, and I hope that y'all picking up on it. But the truth is, we cannot just keep ideas in our head. We have to actually execute it. So I'll let you know, I wrote this video topic down. I put it on my phone. But the one thing that I'm like, okay, I have to do is I got to turn the camera on. I got to put the microphone on, and I have to execute this video instead of it just staying on my phone. Because one thing God is going to do is God is going to give you ideas that you can do. But the truth is, if you don't accomplish those ideas, He'll give those ideas to somebody else. And it's not about competition. It ain't about hate or jealousy or anything like that. Just know that somebody else might have your idea and they might execute it, and they might have not done a good job as you could have done, but you never got started. You never did it. You never just jumped in and said, I'm going to figure it out. You were always trying to make it perfect. You were always procrastinating, and we have to stop doing that. And in order to really focus on us and us changing our lives, we have to go ghost, because we don't need no more distractions. How distracted are we going to be? It's 2025 right now, currently, while I'm making this video, and we have so much distractions. We got so much social media, that's distracting people from being the best versions of themselves. And the truth is, social media is not truly the problem. It's our algorithm.
Mansion, nigga, in a big ass mansion, nigga, with motherfucking my own, nigga, with a motherfucking marvelous room, with a pool in the back of that motherfucker. Huh? I post me, nigga. Nobody ever thought I was gonna do this shit. And the fact that motherfuckers never hit me up to ask if I was doing okay, if I needed help, you doing alright, do anything, nigga. The fact that anybody else can sit up here and say anything about what the fuck I got going on. Bro, who the fuck do you take me for, nigga? What the fuck? You got a house that's yours? No, young, bro. You got a house, you got a car, nigga. You got 100 bands in your savings account, nigga. No, nigga, you don't got room, you don't got time to be sitting there not being motivated, nigga. You got shit to do, nigga. You got work to do, nigga. So get on your shit, you lame ass nigga. Nigga, don't get on your shit, nigga. Get a fucking bag, nigga. Stop being lazy, nigga. Get off your ass and go grind, bro. Real talk. Get off your ass and go grind, man. Go make that money, man. Cause once you make that money, man, everything else gonna fall in line. No cap. Once you make that money, everything else gonna fall in line, man. You start making money, you gonna start walking taller, head up high, confidence gonna grow. You gonna start dressing better, eating good, looking good, feeling good, talking good. And then once everybody see that, once you look good, feel good, talk good, walk good, man, bro, you won't even, man, that's when everything else fall in place, bro. I'm telling you, bro, women become easier to get. A woman love a man who got their shit together, who walk good, talk good, look good, smell good. But you don't need nobody to support you, bro. You don't need nobody, bro, except you and the man upstairs, bro. That's it, bro. Because at the end of the day, bro, you got people who only gonna support you once they start seeing progress, bro. They only gonna support you when they start seeing you grow. They only gonna support you when they start seeing your grind finally pay off. And that's just how it is, bro. Nobody cared. Nobody thought I was gonna make it. Nobody thought I was gonna be where I'm at except me. That's why I say you don't need support system, bro. Nobody cares, bro. Nobody cares until you already there. Nobody cares until they see a little buzz behind your name. That's when they want to hop on a little train and say, hey, bro, I've been supporting you, bro. I rock with the grind, bro. No, bro. I don't want to hear that now. Cause me, I used to DM people on Twitter. People that I ain't even know, people that I was just randomly DMing people. The link to my YouTube. Hey, bro, can you know what I'm saying, subscribe to my channel? It'll help me out a lot. Get what they say? No. Get what they say? No. And now, 2, 3 years later, 4 years later, the same people who going back and seeing that I DM'd them 3 years ago, guess what they saying? Oh, bro, I ain't even know you was gonna be this big, bro. My bad, bro. No! Ain't no my bad, cause I told you. Off the rip, I told you. Man, listen. If you in the situation that you don't want to be in, an environment that you don't want to be in, bro, you gonna have to stay down. You gonna have to buckle up. You gonna have to commit, and you gonna have to be disciplined, bro. You gonna have to work every single day, no breaks, every single day, bro, until you can get out of that situation, bro. That's what I did, bro. I worked every single day, non-stop. That's what you gonna have to do, and if you don't do that, then you don't want it bad enough. Stay the fuck in there. You don't want it bad enough. You're not doing it every single day, man. You don't want it bad enough. I'm telling you, my boy. I told you already. I told you back then, bro. Hey, look, I need a little help right now. You know what I'm saying? I need a little support, but you didn't want to listen to me. Now look at me and my dogs. Look at me and my dogs. We going ballistics. We going berserko. Basically what I'm saying is, bro, as long as you grind on your own, bro, you don't need nobody, bro. Put in that work, put in that grind, because guess what?
No money, but I had enough money to be able to afford the apartment at the time. So I bought me a little penthouse, bro, and I very first started doing my YouTube videos. I remember I bought my ZL1 and I was driving the car and I ain't have no plans or no type of idea of how this shit was gonna turn into what it is right now, but I just took a leap of faith, bro. I sat in that apartment, bro, and for months, bro, I sat on my couch every day thinking of how I was gonna make enough money to pay my bills and pay the note I had on that car, and I didn't know what I was gonna do, bro, but I kept going. I kept going. If I would've gave up, to think that if I would've gave up, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. I wouldn't be talking to y'all. I wouldn't be able to show y'all none of the stuff I'm showing y'all. And to think that if I would've gave up, bro, I might be right back at the job I was working that I was tired of being at, right back in a fast food spot, or right back working a 9 to 5, bro. And man, it's crazy to say, like, when you really focus and you lock in and maximize your potential and you just understand that anything is possible, bro, just keep going, bro. Whatever you want for yourself, bro, it might not happen overnight, but trust the process, bro, and things will start working out in your favor. I was waking up every day. I was making videos. Some videos would blow up, some wouldn't. And I wasn't making no money off of social media content, but it's crazy to say that I had got to a breaking point. I can remember I was sitting in that penthouse looking outside. I had my nice view and all this different shit. I had my car downstairs, and from the outside, everybody thought shit was good, but man, I was going broke in that crib, bro, and I didn't know how this shit was gonna work out. And man, I tell y'all folks all the time, bro, do what you wanna do. You get what I'm saying? You only got one life to live, so live it to the fullest and don't live life with no regrets, bro. And also, make sure you make smart decisions, bro. Like, I could say the decisions I made, if I would have known that you didn't have to show your life. Like, I didn't have to have that car in that crib to blow up, bro. I didn't blow up off of having a penthouse and having a ZL1. I blew up off of making motivational speeches and just talking to people on the internet and showing people that a person that's in a position can do anything. And that's what blew me up, bro. Just being genuine and making genuine content, bro. You don't gotta have all these fancy cars and shit, bro. You can make content and you could have nothing right now, bro, and you could literally change your whole life just from making videos, bro. Just be confident in yourself and do this shit every day and make this shit a job for yourself. And if you do that shit the right way, bro, eventually shit gonna work out in your favor. I'm telling you, like, man, I had no type of plan. I had no sense of direction. I ain't have no coach. I ain't have no mentor. I ain't have nobody telling me nothing. And I woke up every day and I just did this shit. And I knew that, like, I seen something for myself, and I couldn't let nobody tell me nothing different, bro. My grandparents didn't even picture this shit working out. Like, when I very first quit my job, bro, and I told them I wanted to be a content creator, bro, folks looked at me dumb as hell because they never seen nobody making money off the internet, so they didn't understand that shit. And sometimes people not gonna understand your vision, but that's why you gotta have faith in yourself, bro. People might try to talk you out of what you doing and shit, and if you let people talk you out of what you doing, bro, man, people might fuck up your destiny. So really just, like, if you see something for yourself, chase that shit, bro. Do that shit for yourself. And don't live life for nobody else, bro, because when you leave this earth, bro, the only person you should have been living for is you. So remember that. Man, I was dead ass quitting my job, sitting on that couch every day trying to think of how I was gonna make the bread, bro. The bread was not coming in, and I was just making content every day. And I remember I had got to a point to where the bills was getting to the point to where that was kind of like piling up. I ain't had the money to pay for shit, bro, and I sat on that couch, bro, and I made a video called 30 minutes of free game or something like that, bro. 20 minutes of free game. And I remember when I had posted that video, bro, this is why I tell a lot of people don't give up. When I posted that video at the time, man, I was posting videos driving my car, going shopping, spending hella bread and shit, just doing a bunch of dumb shit, bro. And I was trying to blow up off of the lifestyle I was living, but who would have known that this video of me being at my lowest point, this video of me just being like vulnerable, really telling folks what I got going on for real. And you get what I'm saying? I ain't telling you that this what you got to do. You ain't got to get on the internet and be vulnerable. But what I'm trying to tell you is when I reached my lowest point and was ready to give up, bro, I kept making content regardless of how I felt and regardless of what I had going on. And it's the same piece of content that ended up changing my life. My biggest video to this day is that free game video, bro. And man, I was sitting on that couch, bro. I had no haircut. I was dusty. Car was barely paid for. And I just told people what I really had going on. And I told people, like, life is not what it seems, bro. From the outside, you might have all this good shit going on, but people still have problems every day, bro. And I tell people, regardless of what your problems are, bro, just keep moving. Like, you didn't go through all the shit that you went through. You didn't fucking go through all them obstacles just to give up. You get what I'm saying? You got to get the reward, bro. You got to keep chasing what's at the end of the goddamn rainbow or whatever you goddamn you looking for. Like, keep going towards that goal, bro, and don't let nobody tell you nothing different. So I kept making them videos. I kept making my videos, bro. I told y'all the bills was piling up. I remember, man, that free game video flopped, bro. That 20 minutes of free game video probably did like 2K views, but for some reason, something in my brain told me don't delete the shit, and that's the reason why I tell y'all folks, don't be scared to put content out there. Don't be scared to post that video. That idea that you holding in the back of your head, twin, it might be an idea that might change your life, bro. That thing that you've been wanting to do, bro, whether you want to be a NASCAR driver, bro, you want to make music, whatever idea you got in your head, whatever you see for yourself, do that shit, because the one thing that holds people back, bro, and I heard this shit from a person with millions of dollars, bro. The hardest thing to do is starting, nigga. And a lot of people will stop you from starting something, bro. Do what you want to do, bro. Start that shit and don't procrastinate, bro. Once you start it, bro, just stay in that shit. Keep going at it, bro. And whatever you want to be is possible for yourself. You go to the studio every day and you rap, bro. Eventually, bro, it might be a producer that walk in the studio, bro. It might be Zaytoven, or it might be fucking Gucci Man, or maybe you making music every day and you post a song yourself and it goes viral on social media or whatever the case may be. But you putting in that grind and that work every day, bro, eventually you're going to set yourself up to be in a position where you get your time to shine, bro. All you got to do is keep working, keep grinding, and don't give up, bro. And eventually you gonna get your chance, bro, because when you going hard and you keep on going at something, bro, eventually, bro, I promise you, whatever you believe in,
It's what we watch and it's what we pay attention to. But at the end of the day, sometimes we do have to go on a cleanse. We do have to go on a detox so we can find ourselves again. So why don't you think you have to do that with people in real life as well? I'm not saying to not have friends. I'm not saying you can't have connections. I'm not saying you can't check up on your loved ones. I'm not saying you can't check up on your friends to see how they're doing. I'm saying, when is the last time you checked up on you? When is the last time you paid attention to you? When is the last time you had a conversation with yourself? Asking yourself, yeah, where we at right now? And do I like where we're at right now? What we doing in our life right now? And do I like what we're doing? Are we as locked in as we could be? Are we doing the things that we really need to do? Or are we just talking? Are we being about the action? Or are we just talking? And you have to be honest about that. You have to admit if you've been focused on yourself or not. There's so much power in this. There's power in going ghost. There's power in locking in. There's power in it. And the truth is, you're not going to see the power. You're not going to see the changes if you are not actually focused on you. For once in your life, I need you to just focus on you. And like I said, I talk about this so much because we don't see enough people talking about this, bro. Let's be honest about this, bro. Enough people are not talking about it. A lot of people just want your time. A lot of people want your attention. A lot of people want your energy. And they will never care if your life actually gets better. They will never care if you actually make more money. They will never care if you're more successful or not. They will never care if you got a strong relationship with God or not, because they're focused on themselves. And one thing I learned about people is they will go to the ends of the earth for themselves and for their own life. A lot of people are not about sacrificing. A lot of people are not about putting in the work. A lot of people are not about teamwork. A lot of people are not purpose driven. And a lot of people do not want to see us win. A lot of people just want to use us for what they could use us for to further their own agenda. Well, I have an agenda, and it's also God's agenda. And every single day, I'm going to wake up and do the things that I know I need to do. One of those things is posting a YouTube video each and every single day. How do I know that was part of my purpose? I ask God, what am I supposed to be doing on this earth? You sent me here. Now give me a task to do. Simple like that. Why haven't you asked God that? Why aren't you talking to him about purpose? Why aren't you talking to him about what you're supposed to do? I know why. Because you are not spending enough time with yourself. When you spend more time with yourself, you spend more time with him, because the kingdom of heaven dwells within you, because God dwells within you, because God is within you. And you know, these things are in scripture, bro. I'm not just saying it to say it. When you spend more time with yourself, you easily spend more time with God. Sometimes in order to further our relationship with God, we do have to isolate ourselves from the world. Hold on, I got a phone call from a friend. I got to tell him I'm in the middle of recording. Yeah, I'm making a video right now, bro. I'm flowing right now. Distractions, you know, and I love my friend, you know, and he could call, and I appreciate that. But purpose, man, purpose comes first, and that's what I'm talking about. Now, am I interested and am I eager to know why my friend just called? Yes, I hope everything's doing well. I told him I'm in the middle of a video right now. It's very important, and please text me, and I hope all is well. And so when you do things like that, you have to understand you're putting your purpose first. You're putting God first. You're putting your mission first. If you don't know your purpose, I think it's because you haven't really spent time with yourself. If you don't know your purpose, I think it's because you haven't really spent time with yourself.
Higher power, God, whatever it is, bro, they are going to set you up to be in the right spot at the right time, and you're gonna change your life, bro. I was making that video on my fucking couch, bro. It flopped that month, bro. I stayed down though, bro. I could have went back to my mom and Duke's crib. I could have sold the car. I could have did all types of different shit, bro. I had waited, bro, and that very next month, I remember I woke up one day, I was stuck at 8K subs on my main channel, bro, and I was like, damn, like, I had been posting every day. I've been consistent as hell. I'm like, why the fuck can I crack the algorithm? And this is why I tell you, don't give up. Imagine if I would have gave up and I never posted that video that I posted. Imagine if I would have gave up and said, damn, bro, this shit not working. This shit not meant for me, bro. And I would have stopped posting content, bro. I posted that video that flopped, and that very next month, I was stuck at 8K subs for the longest. I woke up and then, bro, I had like 10K subs. I had gained 2K subs out of nowhere. I'm like, what the f? I go look at the post, bro. I kid you not. I couldn't figure out where the followers is coming from. I get to scrolling through my other videos and shit, bro. That video that had flopped, that free game video that had been stuck at 2K views for a month, randomly hit 10K views, randomly hit 15K views, randomly hit 20K views, and I was gaining subs out the ass, bro. And it's crazy to say that shit really broke my face on the internet. People start clipping that video, and I started gaining followers across all different platforms, bro. And I didn't blow up for having a fucking nice crib or having a nice car, bro. I blew up for talking some real shit, being dusty as fuck on my couch. So what I want y'all folks to understand is, bro, you ain't gotta have all this different shit that you think you gotta have, bro. Just be genuine, be yourself, bro. Be original, bro, and somebody will see you and you'll reach your target audience, bro, and whatever you want for yourself can happen, bro. And all I can say is, bro, I remember I was almost finna give up, bro, and that shit finally started working out, bro. I was making enough money to pay my bills, bro. I was able to keep living in that crib, bro, and I was posting YouTube videos like a month. It was going crazy. And then I remember right before I'm where I'm at now, bro, since then I got a better crib. I got 2 cars now, bro. I remember it had got to the point to where life had hit a low point again, bro. Like, shit's not always gonna be easy, bro. And even when shit's not easy, bro, you didn't get to where you at to just give up. You get what I'm saying? I just told y'all I went from working a fucking job at Zaxby's and shit and flipping chicken tenders and working at a barbecue spot. So, nigga, when I had got to the point of having the ZL1 and having that crib, why would I give that shit up to go back to where I came from? Keep going hard and make that shit work. You get what I'm saying? And I made that shit work. I got a new crib. I got 2 cars. And I ended up getting to a point to where I was stressed out again, bro, because I had a lot of stuff that I had to take care of at the time, bro. Like, I was finally in a position where I could take care of my family, and I was finally in a position where I could take care of people other than just myself, and I took on a lot of responsibility, bro. What I could tell y'all folks is, bro, don't take care of nobody until you can take care of yourself, because people will act like you owe them, and you don't owe nothing to nobody but yourself. You get what I'm saying? So if your family f with you for real, they not gonna make you do nothing unless you capable of doing it. You get what I'm saying? So don't go broke behind trying to support people if you can't support yourself. I took on the responsibility of trying to take care of my family early on before I hit $1 million, and that's where I kind of set myself up to be in a hole, because I hadn't even put myself on. How the fuck I'm gonna put other people on? But long story short, it's cool because it ended up working out. I was paying other people bills, doing a lot of different shit, bro. Still had my crib, my 2 cars, bro. And I remember I had hit a low point again.